much for coming to this month's Craftspiration video. This month we're going to make some fun little modern letter signs out of cardstock, and these were inspired by a much smaller craft that you can find in Martha Stewart's Handmade Holiday Crafts. So if you're interested in that, you can check that out. But let me show you what we're going to make. This is what I will be showing you how to make today, and once you master this technique, you can make all sorts of different interesting and fun signs. You might make one like this, or you might just like use your imagination, and I can't wait to see what you'll make. So let me go ahead and show you how to get started. All right, let's go ahead and start making our designs. And I'm going to just make a basic one that says hello. You can have yours say whatever you want, or just put swirls, whatever on it. So I'm going to take this bookmark here and lay it down at the bottom so that all my letters will be positioned about the same place on my sign. So I'm going to go ahead and lightly write out my word on my background, and this will help us to know how many strips of the cardstock we will need. So since I want to fit all of hello on here, I am kind of making my letters tall and skinny, but you can make it look however you like. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish writing these, and then we will be right back. Okay, so here is kind of a rough outline of what my sign will look like, and if it looks rough at this point, that's fine. You just want to use this to get an idea of how many pieces you're going to need to cut out. And you're going to need at least one piece per word. So because I have this one here, it'll probably take two because the long piece is on the H. So I'll just go ahead and you'll use this to figure out how many pieces you need for your letters. So I need probably 2.5 for my H and 2.5 for each of the L's. And you just want to make sure you make all your pieces the same length. If they're the same width, that's fine. You can kind of blend them together. So we'll go ahead and we'll make those strips, and we'll be right back. Okay, so for this, I am going to use this object to mark how big my pieces are. I just want to cut out strips that are all the same width. And you don't have to cut everything out at once because your pieces will need some time to dry. You won't be able to glue everything on at once. But you want to go ahead and cut out a few when you're making them, just to get started. So I cut out my first one. And now we come back over to here. And you'll want to measure how long you need it to be. So it doesn't have to be exact. This is a very forgiving craft for the end results. So, and as long as they're close to the right size, no one will notice the difference. So I can line that up along that line there. And can do that line there. And then that line there in the middle. Okay. So now you can take those to the side. And draw a little line of blue right along that edge there. Here's the tricky part. Just line your cardstock up and you will hold that in place until it is dry enough that it will stay in place on its own. Okay, I have lined those up and I am going to let them dry, and you just want to repeat the process across your entire sign, and I will show you what it looks like when I get done. Okay, I have let everything dry. So here is my finished sign. I have a few rough spots where I didn't get my strips cut perfectly. So I'm going to just take my scissors and kind of neaten that up a little bit. I went ahead and I straightened out that one, and I will do the rest. I'll show that to you at the outro. I am probably going to paint the background and we'll hide this line here, but you don't have to do that. If you don't have any issues and you really love the color that you chose, that's fine. You can hang up your sign just like this, or you can make a nice shadow box for it. And there's a really nice way to frame it and have it look like it's popping out. As I showed you at the beginning, I made this one as well, and actually having the curls makes it a lot easier to get the glue dry, but it's a lot harder to create the letters initially. So alright, I cannot wait to see all the different things that you make using this technique, and thank you for watching.